Hi. It's Nisi, and today I'm gonna do a tutorial type-ish thing on my gun. I've already started it. It's the one that Sinon uses in Gun Gale Online. So that's the one I'm making. I've actually let me cover that up. I have actually already got part of it done. I basically pretty much just the whole base is done. I just have to do the tip and the scope and then the details of it. I just basically have the outline for it. But what you're basically going to need for just the base, because I'm probably going to do this in parts, is you're going to need duct tape, hot glue gun, probably going to need like a ruler or some measuring tape. You're going to need some scissors. Not fabric scissors, use something that you don't use for that. So just regular scissors. You're going to need a PVC pipe, a box, some paper, and I have this gun piece. I actually just happened on it. I was at Ace Hardware and they had one of these things for like $4, and it's basically just this bottom piece. It's supposed to shoot like rubber bands or whatever. So I was like, oh look, perfect, a bottom piece. I did that so I wouldn't have to take apart a gun, because I was just gonna buy like a toy gun. I actually have a toy gun right here. So I made this for my Death the Kid cosplay. And basically what I was going to do is I was going to buy like this again and just take off this top part. So like disassemble it. Because I actually don't want to ruin my guns. See, there's like screws on it, so you can like try to take off the top part. And it makes noise. Right? So it already makes noise. So I was going to do that, but since they had that, I just got that instead. But if you want to take this apart and keep it because it makes noise, then go ahead. Let's see. So right now I'm just going to do, because I'll tell you how I did this. So this is the PVC pipe. I don't know, this is how big the barrel is on this. It doesn't need to be this big. This is just like how big I thought it looked. Blah, 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 blah. So I thought this would be good enough. So I still have to do the end piece that goes right here. I haven't done that yet. I'm getting ready to make the clip. That's basically what I'm going to show you, which will show you the basic construction of this part and this part. So basically what I did is I cut out some boxes. I'll show you how I did that, because I did it so that you don't have to glue the pieces together. You just tape them on the bottom, so that way you don't have like a whole bunch of tape there. But so this is basically seamless. It's just I basically bent the boxes, and I'll show you how to do that. Same with this. I did the same technique there. It's just open on the bottom. So I had to tape it. So I made these two pieces, and then I just put the barrel, the pipe. It's 3 feet, by the way. I don't know if I said that yet, but it's 3 feet. And I just put it in here, laid it down, and then I just stuffed it full of paper. It's basically so that it won't like move up and down. And just stuff the whole thing. I have the pipe actually lodged back, so it like faces this. But that's that. And I did the same thing with this. I stuffed this with paper too. So I just went and just stuffed like lots of paper in there, just so that it's not like flimsy and it's like sturdy enough that it can take a hit. So that's it. I still also have to do the leg parts. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet. But that's basically it. I just taped it to this bottom part. Taped this. I actually hot glued it and then taped it so that it could be better. That's where the hot glue comes in. And I also, for this piece, to get it, you can see kind of like where the box is over this piece. So I'll just leave that as a hole and just set it on there, hot glue it down, and then reinforce it with the tape so that it stays, and you're all good. So that's how I basically made the thing for my tape, or for this. It cost like 10 bucks. That's all it cost me. It was $10 to make this outline piece. And that doesn't include the foam, because I had foam lying around, so it's free. But I'm gonna actually wrap this in foam so that I can carve out the details. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I want to try it just to see how it's gonna work. Because if it doesn't look right, I can always just take the foam off, and I'd probably wrap this whole thing in duct tape. Like all the box, all the brown, just put it all in duct tape, because like from afar it won't look bad, but up close it would probably look, you know, whatever. So I just want mine to be 1 inch. So because it's 3D and obviously not flat, you're gonna want a 3D pattern. So this is where it gets kind of weird. This is not enough box. I have to flip it over. Okay. So I want it to be 1 inch all the way around. So I'm gonna make a 1 inch gap, basically, or like a rectangle right here. And then repeat this pattern over here. It's like a translation of this pattern on this side. So I'll measure it out. It's about 4 inches. So 4 inches. This is about a little bit over 2.5 inches. And then draw the line that connects them both. And voila! There's the translation. But you also need the closed parts. So you're also going to need to make basically a 1 inch on this side too. And also a 1 inch thing on this side. And voila! There is your pattern to make it 3D. So you take your scissors, or this would be better if you had an X-Acto knife. So be very careful, because it is better if you have an X-Acto knife. And unfortunately, mine is broken at the moment, so I haven't had a chance to buy a new one. So, and actually an X-Acto knife might not work unless you do it really lightly, because you don't want to cut all the way through the box. So for like these pieces, like these 2 lines, hopefully you can see them. I don't know if you can. So these 2 lines right here, you don't want to cut all the way through these 2, or this one, or this one. You just basically want the outline to be cut out, but you want to keep the inner lines in place. So you can start by cutting them. here is the cutout of the clip. So now you basically kind of want to bend like the outsides. So bend them like inside out so it looks like this. Then we're going to bend them back inwards. So now you take the tape, cut out a strip, and now that I think about it, you probably want to do another 1 inch on here to fold it over, and then tape so that you can hot glue the top piece into it. If that makes sense. Hopefully you get what I mean. Okay. Hot. Okay, be very careful because it should be really hot by now. Okay, then just hold it till it dries so that it gets sturdy. And then for extra reinforcement, I'm going to take the duct tape and wrap it around. So, cut out a really long strip. Whoosh! Cut out a really long strip of duct tape. I'm going to start on the bottom. Work my way around. And the duct tape is sticking to everything as I do this. Okay, so that's it with that, and the way I did the clip is the same way I did this piece, this piece. It's the exact same way. So if you draw out a pattern, figure out how wide you want this to be, cut out the weird three-dimensional type pattern that you have so that you can fold this all together, you'll get this. And it's pretty sturdy because of the paper, so it's not going to like fold into itself. It'll probably last a couple cons, definitely. And it should be fine. You know, as long as you're not like hitting multiple people on the head with it, then this should last a pretty long time. But that's it for part 1, and I guess I'll see you in part 2. Thanks for watching.